Welcome back. We're on the go with Joe, and today he's enjoying a spot of tea while celebrating a special milestone for a Portland company.
Joe is live at Smith Teamaker to tell us about the company's 10th anniversary and how you can win a year's supply of tea. Good morning, Joe.
Yes, good morning, guys. And we are now in the tea lab. I'm with Ravi Crozen. He is the head tea maker here at Smith Teamaker. They are celebrating 10 years of making tea right here in Portland, Ravi. You guys make tea, a whole bunch of it, too. Tell us, first of all, a little bit about kind of the story of Smith Teamaker, because he was kind of a giant in the tea world and called Portland home.
That's right. He started by actually selling peppermint to companies like Celestial Seasonings and worked for a health food store. Started Stash a little bit later in the 70s. He sold that and then moved on to creating Tazo before selling that to Starbucks.
He did very well, and then Smith Teamaker. Unfortunately, Mr. Smith is no longer with us, but it's got his name on it.
That's right.
This is his kind of an enduring legacy. So we're going to tell you about how you can win a year's supply of tea. But first of all, this is in the tea lab. This is where you, I guess, put together your various blends, right? Tell us kind of what goes on here inside the tea lab at Smith.
Every time we need to create a new lot, so each of these teas that you see over here, we'll create several lots throughout the year. And what we do is we actually have to formulate every time we create one of those new lots. When we're creating new teas, we actually look at ingredients that you see on this table here and put various ratios together. Sometimes it may take anywhere from, say, 5 to 10 times until we get the right ratios together.
Now, the reason we have these teas here, you actually created an anniversary blend.
That's right.
Basically using all these different elements to make one final tea.
That's right.
And is there any significance to what you're using here?
Absolutely. These are Stephen Smith's favorite ingredients that he liked to use. So
like, what are they? Like, what are some of the items that we're looking at here?
So we have 3 different types of black tea. 2 Darjeelings, a first flush, a second flush. This here is an Assam black tea. This is a herb from South Africa called honeybush. Then we use red rose petals.
Rose City.
Yeah, Rose City, right? And then sarsaparilla, which is a root.
So sarsaparilla, like I've heard of the drinks.
Right.
And here we go, sarsaparilla. But that's a root.
That's right.
I didn't even know what that was.
Well, also root beer. So,
okay, there you go.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, this is what?
Osmanthus. Osmanthus is a flower from China that's very prized for its sort of stone fruit notes.
And then you basically blend all that into the final version. That's something that's going to go on sale later this year, but people can sample it this week?
That's right. They can sample it through this week and come into either of our locations, either in Southeast Washington or up in Northwest Thurman.
Now, in addition to that, if you go on Instagram this week, every day they're giving out a year's supply of Stephen Smith tea. You basically just post a picture of you like drinking some tea.
That's right.
Can be any tea.
Any tea.
Hashtag 10 years of Smith. That's number 1, number 0, years of Smith. And somebody's going to get some free tea.
That's right.
Here.
That's right.
All right. Speaking of which, how do we properly test out the tea to make sure it's all good here?
So you have a cup here, and here's a spoon, and you're just going to ladle this into your cup.
All righty. There we are.
And then, my apologies ahead of time because we're going to do a slurp here.
Okay.
So it's going to be a little bit loud. So you're actually taking the cup like this.
All right. Oh my.
Yeah.
Oh my. Pinky's out.
That's all right.
Oh boy.
Exactly.
I'll just stick to sipping it from now on.
Probably a good thing.
It's a lovely tea.
It is a bit of a practice.
Okay, we're going to have more with Ravi. We're actually going to take you behind the scenes, show you how they bag up and, I guess, pack up all the tea that they sell all over the place here at Smith Teamaker. By the way, they're a location here off Southeast Washington. Not only they make the tea, you can come in. There's a tasting room, and we're going to have a lot more with Ravi and the crew here at Smith a little bit later in the show, guys. Back to you.
So interesting. I can't wait to learn more.
I know. I love that tea.
And I bet it smells great
Oh,
in there.
I'm sure it does.
I
I mean, just all those great
aromas.
yes.